Good evening, everyone. Let's start with today's theme. The game I have chosen is one of my favorites, Return to the Monkey Island. This is the latest version of the beloved Pirate Quest. Let's start. Okay, do we want easy or hard mode? Of course we want the hard mode.
Take this, LeChuck! Ugh! Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask. Will you promise to stop picking on me? Alright, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next? Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents. Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells. Don't worry. I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real.
I'll start the subtitles as soon as the game allows me.
It's creepy.
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there. Scurvy dogs? I've never had one of those. No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling. Wow. I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
What are the options? Oh, okay. I'll be back. Just I need a second to reduce the lighting. Okay, way better. So, let's see what we can do here. I have to say that the graphics of this new version are really different from the old ones, and I'm not quite sure that I like them.
Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
Okay, and we have to-do list. Let's see.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
You kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money.
No, we don't.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8, that's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Nope.
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
I guess never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
Does look like a strange idea.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it.
Can I take it?
I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else. Looks like they need a swabby in here. I'll never be the ship's swabby. That is really, really low.
Okay, let's find out house.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
Good, you unlocked it.
It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
Can we take this?
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that. Ugh, what is this stuff? Smells the same as the toilet. Please wash hands before leaving outhouse.
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
This doesn't look like a good idea.
Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay.
Ugh.
Gross.
I want
Gross. Gross. I'm not touching that gunk. It seems more like something Chucky would do. I'm not sure how we can get scurvy dogs without any pieces of 8.
We might have all we need. I don't think that guy can see very well.
Okay, it's dead.
Now what?
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8.
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Yes, please.
Take 'em, boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours. This is the perfect food. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Let's see.
I'm having these for breakfast, lunch, and dinner forever.
an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at. This would be great for apple bobbing. Exhibit removed. Aw. Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ha! He's dead to the world.
Sounds real. Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
You think?
Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them? That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Okay, that's a lot of things to do. But we have a quest to feed the ducks, so I like it.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tip, most anchors these about 30
Okay,
yards.
that's enough.
The
Help me
word
stop it.
anchor calls that. Yeah, I'm kind
No thanks.
At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole
Let's try this.
Chucky, want a race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, we won.
I win!
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it.
What's
I want
that?
to see 2 scurvy dogs at the same.
What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Please don't tell me that I have to do this.
You should put that on your scurvy dog.
I don't want to. Yep.
Yuck! ketchup.
Yep. Most probably it wasn't.
I want to feed the duck. Don't feed the duck.
Okay, let's feed the duck.
In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien sco.
Hey, hands off! That's our bread!
Come on.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days. You have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've got the other half.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Gotta run.
How rude.
Do you want a sword fight with me?
You don't look very challenging.
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
Okay, let's try this.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win!
Nuh-uh.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
At home, I've...
Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if! I found one!
Yay.
Awesome.
There was still one left? Darn.
I already found a four-leaf clover.
Mwah.
I never thought I'd ever find one. It unlocks the outhouse. I should throw my coin in and make a wish.
Okay, let's do.
I wish Chucky had a mustache.
Ah! Whoa!
Okay, so the last thing I have to do is to find a way to feed the duck.
Are we done here? We might not be able to come back if we head this way.
No, we are not done.
Excuse me,
Yes?
could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Excuse me,
Yes?
will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
I can't, I have to feed the duck.
That's a nice tree.
I'm only pretending to look at the tree. I'm actually spying on that couple by the pond.
This place is fun. At home, I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
Okay. We managed to feed the duck.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Hey kids, having fun?
Yeah!
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures! We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop! Oh boy, that takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun!
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe
Oh,
I'll
babe.
go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, Chuck, had
That reminds me the way how my son is trying to run away or change the topic each time when I want to tell him a story.
Started and beat him to the punch.
Okay, can we stop that? Please. Nope. So, I have really nice memories from the previous parts of the game. I played them in the late 90s, so that's already 20 something years ago. I was happy when I saw that there's a new one, and I really wanted to try it, but so far somehow I'm not really pleasantly surprised by what I'm seeing. The graphic style is changed. The concept is changed,
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean.
and I'm not sure if I like it.
I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly.
Hello, Barahov, or shall I say ahoy.
Secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee?
By what you're writing, I can easily tell that you're experienced pirate and experienced Monkey Island player.
Supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him.
Now, the thing is that I don't really remember the story of the previous games. At least not all of it. So just randomly select one of these options.
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you
Ah,
weren't married yet.
you're a
to that
person of
island.
culture
And
indeed.
didn't she more or less rescue herself?
And what about this one? Have you played it yet, or?
He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
So far, we're going nowhere with that dialogue.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get...
Yep, I like the humor, and also the same way as you, Brotherhood. I'm not sure if I enjoyed the graphic style so far.
Starting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
Oh, achievements.
Talk to the pirate leaders at the
Do you need to do something specific, or they're just opening while you're playing and following the story?
Back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
Okay, now what? Yep, indeed. The curse, if I'm not mistaken, that was the third part. It was great with this classical animation / comic style. That's my favorite as well.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's dedicated to dedication. Re-elect Governor Carla. She's dedicated to dedication.
She's dedicated to dedication. I shall use this in my job as a motto. Next time when I have some kind of pep talk with my managers, I'll say I'm dedicated to dedication.
I'll talk to the pirate leaders before I go see what LeChuck is up to. The pen is mightier than the sword. I've got a few coins for incidentals.
Okay. Do we always going to have this to-do list? I mean, during the whole game. Okay, let's look around.
Looks like a circus act. Maybe.
Yep, Monkey Island 1 and 2, they're like about 30 years old now, so it's only natural their graphic style to be a bit old.
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
Look, a squirrel, yeah. Well, I usually don't have that short attention span, but who knows?
I really need to talk with the pirate leaders first.
Trivia. Well, I don't have the answers right now, so I suppose I'll speak with the pirate leaders first. Let's start with this Latino guy.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Yarr.
In the back. So maybe these guys?
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get
Arrrrrr.
lost.
Oh. Actually, I do enjoy this heavy metal version of the music.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you?
Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Where are the 3 older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one
Like stabbing. Yeah. Well, that's kinda part of the whole pirating thing, I suppose.
About financing an expedition?
There's no honor
Expedition.
amongst thieves.
Who is it that you think you are exactly?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are
If
amazing!
I'm not wrong, the guy who is voicing Guybrush Threepwood is actually the same guy that was voicing him in the previous parts.
Okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother.
Am I right?
He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
It's not exactly a raid.
What else would we be interested in?
Dominic Amato. You even know his name. Dude, I believe you're a bigger fan than me.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
I suppose they'll be interested in money.
It's a prize of incredible special value.
Wrong click.
You mean like a cheese or something?
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
So sad. I obviously don't know the names of the voice actors, but I remember the voices, and the guy who was playing Chuck was actually just really good. The same way as I remember the voice of Guybrush, I remember the voice of Chuck. So it's really sad that he's passed away.
With backing, I can work it out. It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
These guys are really not interested in helping me.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course.
You mean the
not.
movies, The
Why
Terminator?
waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going.
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies.
Just a second. I'm googling it right now.
Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own.
Oh, that
Buy
guy.
a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
He also voiced some characters in World of Warcraft. Okay. So, these guys weren't really helpful with finding a ton of money to fund my expedition. So let's find a ship. I suppose that will be easier. Like, I'm pretty sure it will be easier. What else I can do in here? Can I go back?
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Don't sound much like pirating to me.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Are you a fan of all kind of puzzle games, or specifically Monkey Island?
Elaine?
Guybrush! Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
Which ones are your favorite?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
You wouldn't happen to have a ship with you.
No, silly. I came on a charter. Just like you.
Yeah, I figured that, but it never hurts to ask. I'm finding it harder than I thought to get hold of a ship and a crew for my expedition. The new local
As usual.
has been supportive.
Why don't you ask around at the docks? I'm sure you can find something.
Thanks. I'll try that. Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of
Yep.
humor.
In mine, favorite list, they're also pretty high.
To do. Bye.
Especially the third one.
Bye.
I mean, 1 and 2, I have just played them once. 4 and 5, I honestly have tried to play them, and at one moment just stopped us. They weren't good enough. But 3, I have played that game maybe 4 or 5 times. And I just can't wait for my kid to become big enough and to learn at least some English, so I'll at least try to show him the game.
Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Santa Catalina. The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. It doesn't look finished. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end.
Let's take
Elaine
it.
would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers.
Okay, let's not take it.
They're having a half-off sale. Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
Yes, all these are classics. Especially like Full Throttle, because the soundtrack is really great. Speaking about Sam and Max, Have you played the new parts? I know that there's some kind of sequels made, if I'm not mistaken, by Telltale Games, but I haven't played them.
You mean fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago? Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf?
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much.
Well, I suppose your girlfriend's kid's a bit older. My son is only 3 years old, and
Is like a serpent which swallows itself.
English is not our native language, so
Serpent, obstacles.
first he's too young, and then he just need to, learn enough to at least understand the story.
The path. Yet you have already walked the path.
Yep, indeed. I'm into that. 3D and point and click aren't good friends.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way, think of it as a book of hints.
12. Oh,
A book of hints.
that's a good age to start playing some real games. Like,
Unleashes the
well,
voice.
some games more complicated than Super Mario, let's say.
You must go.
Or
Have a luncheon.
what are playing the small ones now?
At the door.
Fortnite?
It does?
Most assuredly.
Okay, so we have a hint book. Is there any kind of punishment if I use this? Like limitations, or is it going to give me wrong direction? Nope. I'm from Bulgaria, which is a pretty small country, and maybe I have seen once or twice a game with translation in my local language.
At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon, back shortly. Well, the voodoo here must be authentic, culturally, and historically accurate. The sign says so.
Well, if the sign says so.
Going out of business? This place is an institution. Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store. What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that? Elaine would never have stood for this when she was governor. Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee. I hope he's not still sore about the monocle.
I like to collect achievements on PlayStation. I don't know what's the difference actually. But when I'm playing on PC, I'm not trying to get achievements, only on PlayStation. Really can't answer why, if you ask me. Just, I don't know, it's a thing. And yeah, you're right. It's a small country. The market for games, not only for voice acting or translation, is relatively small. So yeah, usually when there's a translation, it's either for games that are locally made, or it's coming like some kind of free third-party patch or modding version, and that's for games that are widely popular and played by everyone, like let's say RimWorld, for example, things like that. And I'm afraid that the point and clicks nowadays are not that popular anymore. If you look at Twitch, for instance, you'll find just like a couple of streamers who are actually playing these games and streaming them. And when you open... Germany have more than 10 times more people than Bulgaria. Also, the German language is far more popular, so that's completely understandable.
At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. The sign says, at Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly.
Yep, niche market. That's exactly the correct definition. Which is kinda sad as... years ago, the point-and-click games were really popular, and I remember how much I was waiting and hoping to see a new one. And for instance, when I see a demo or when there was a review in a gaming magazine, I was like super excited. Can't waiting to actually have the game and to actually play it. And in our times now, there's still developers who are trying to release new point-and-click games, but even if they're good, they're not getting the needed attention. No advertising, no marketing, nothing. So if you are not strictly searching for these games, they can just went under your radar, and you can never ever hear that they were created. Yep, same here, my friend. I'm just too old to shoot everything that moves.
How clever. Expedition to Fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short of swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Mostly tolerated. Yep. Well, that's one way to go to the Monkey Island, I suppose.
Absolutely. I'd love to be a swabby. Swabbing is one of my favorite things in the whole world. The restful, mindless repetition, the delicate scent of old soapy water, the proud satisfaction of a sparkling plank.
Okay. Save the strokes for the decks. The only requirement...
Yes, the humor is great.
If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Smith. John Smith.
Uh-huh. LeChuck gave me a blacklist, and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry, can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan.
The ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop.
Speaking about humor, have you played the games inspired by Terry Pratchett's Discworld? Especially the first two.
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4.
As I said, you're a man of culture, indeed.
Looks like this is going to be a long journey.
Oh. You have a turtle's named the Great Tatooine. Okay. That's great. I had a cat named Gribble. Sadly, he passed away a few years back.
Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
Actually, that raises a philosophical question. How we can be sure if the Great Tatooine is male or female? If I remember correctly, that was a question that led to a couple of religious wars.
Hey, Wally!
Well, look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yes, war-wise, that would be a wonderful name for your turtle.
And I'm running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
I'm looking for a mop.
This is maps and more, not mops and more.
Well, I was hoping the and more might include mops.
Well, it doesn't. Try asking the cook over at the bar where he got his.
Okay, I'll ask the cook.
Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
I'm really curious what the new generation of pirates wants.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. Haha, a little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was.
At the Egyptian pantheon. Okay, so I dare to bet that if you have a female cat, she's named Bast or Bastet. Am I right?
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
I'm kind of a history buff. And why especially the Egyptians are not my favorite ancient culture. I remember some things from my history classes in university. So, Bastet and Mafed. Okay, great choice.
Landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer. She pays extra for a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartographing.
That's not a real word.
Uh-huh.
So I need a mop and I need some way to mask myself.
Hey, Wally, what's in these boxes?
Maps.
Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby.
Indeed. I mean, what if they're really nerdy as fuck? Who cares? This is your cat or your dog. You're not paying some kind of tax for the public opinion about the names of your pet. So if you want to name them the Great Tatooine or Guybrush Threepwood or Conan the fucking Barbarian, it's up to you. It's your choice. It's your pet. Go ahead, do it. Since I was maybe 4 years old, I have never been without at least 2 cats in my house. And except when my wife is naming them, they always had some kind of unusual and kinda nerdy names. Yes, if you're living in France and name your pig Napoleon, maybe, just maybe, this will raise an eyebrow or two. However, if for instance you're living in England and you name it Napoleon, that won't be a problem, I believe. I think. All these things in here, am I going to actually...
Can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind.
Is there any use of them, or they're just for creating the right atmosphere?
They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you, a 3-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks.
Napoleon in France. I do like your sense of humor.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind.
Yes, I'm asking because a couple of weeks ago I have played one really strange game, as I can't really say what kind of game it was. It had point and click elements, it had criminal mystery elements, it had some kind of RPG character development. It had a lot of things in it. And a lot of story and things you can click. However, none of them were actually somehow related to the story or to the game progress. Yep, let's say that we could be brothers from different mothers. And now, if you tell me that you also like
Secret movements and activities
serious fantasy books,
Sounds reasonable.
that will seal the deal.
This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
Whew, looks chilly up there. It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away.
Oh, I envy you. I'm trying to grow a nice beard in the last like 10 years and it's just not happening. I don't know. My face is not playing along with my plans.
Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced.
Not necessarily Lord of the Rings. You can have, I don't know, Chronicles of Amber or Brian Sanderson's universe or Harry Potter, if you will. As I don't really think that this is an actual child's book. I enjoyed it reading as 20-something old. But yeah, in general, fantasy that is not comedy. It's not humorous.
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes.
Can I put this on my
It
face?
makes things look bigger.
No, not yet.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood.
Nope. Don't think that translated in my country.
Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
I have seen the books in Amazon as Druid Chronicles sounds familiar, but no, I haven't read them.
That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed. Wait, let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I wanna bring this
Yep,
up one more time.
me too, but here comes the problem. There are so many authors and so many books, and I have a list to read list that contains, and you know, I'm not sure, but let's say about 200 books at every possible moment. For instance, recently I found one fantasy series of 12 books named The Cradle, and it's by a completely unknown author who is actually just publishing the books by himself only in Amazon. And they're about a fantasy universe, let's say, not a world, but a universe, which is based on the Chinese mystics and mythology, in a way that the culture, the way how magic works and so on, is all based. The Cradle, yes, that's the one. That's the one. So in the last couple of months, that was what I was reading mostly. Also, a couple of books related to anthropology, but that's a different topic. Yep. But yeah, I have never heard of this author before, and
It seems to be stuck closed.
I just found him randomly. I was reading some kind of Reddit about unknown fantasy authors, and I saw a guy who was praising The Cradle really strongly. So I said, okay, what the hell, let's give it a try. And, well, let's say the first 7 or 8 books out of 12 are just great. It was hard for me to put my ebook reader down. In the end, it's becoming kinda too familiar, kinda too much depending on cliches. But I suppose that if you have to write 12 books, you'll run out of ideas sooner or later. And still, it's pretty good. It's way above average even the last books.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Yep, I hear you. Just I'll move the camera a bit. That's right here, above my head, is part of my fantasy book collection. And just part of it. And especially if you're traveling, and sometimes I'm traveling, and you have to take with you, let's say, 2 books. That's half of your hand luggage in the airplane, so no thanks. E-book all the way.
I think it's a chandelier. Looks sort of like an eye.
It looks like an ass, but okay.
Hi there, newcomer.
Hiya.
Okay, what we have in here?
What's that lock?
That's for hats.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Tell me about it. I'm planning to buy a new house as soon as I can. And the official reasoning is because we, with my wife, want to have more kids. The real reason is that I want to have a man cave and I want to have way bigger library.
Are these for customers?
Hands off.
But that's a secret.
What's that key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
A vicious parrot.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
The Dresden Files, I'm familiar with them. Both with the books and with the TV show, which sadly had only 1 season.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
What's that?
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
That would be a challenge, yes.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locksmith.
You're kidding, right?
Locksmith.
Nope, you ask. Yes, they did. Yes, it was. And they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
It's really clean in here. Do you have a mop I could use?
I simply don't allow filth to accumulate in the first place. Try somewhere a little less sanitary, like the bar by the docks.
Okay, I'll go to the bar.
Do you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary, just information.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
But, okay, you're saying that this guy is 2000 years old, but are the actual books happening in our days? Like, is it, how was the term? Urban fantasy.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Hmm, that sounds great. I really like
Someone else's lock and having a key
I really like fantasy books in our
Need a
times.
special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
So you said Druid Chronicles. Yes, but he's using a hockey stick instead of magical wand, so it have its own charms. So I have to ask, who is the author of this Druid Chronicles? As for some reason I cannot find them in Amazon.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play
I don't do it,
you'll
Chronicles.
have to look elsewhere.
Okay.
About how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock. I make the key. It's pretty straightforward.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key, one that opens all locks at once.
And click. Okay, just bought them. I just can't listen to audiobooks. For some reason my attention is just going somewhere, and after, let's say, 20 minutes, I'm finding myself in a situation when I cannot remember anything of the last 20 minutes, so I'm just reading. For instance, my wife, she's the opposite. She really loves the audiobooks, but I just can't. It's not my thing.
Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock. I make the key. It's pretty straightforward.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
Let's go back to the docks and find this bar. I want my mop. Want my mop now.
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames.
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe, how have you been?
Same old, same old.
Same old, same old.
She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
She's good. No piece is missing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
In
about.
my juvenile phase myself. That's what Elaine says anyway.
Well, tell her I say hello.
For instance, these books from the Credo series, maybe the first 4 books, it took me 4 nights. I was just going to bed with my Kindle, and I was just reading from cover to cover, usually going to sleep at around 5 a.m. or something like that. So yeah, depending on how interesting the book is, how big is the book, and how much time I have, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. That's usually how much time it takes me.
Do you know where I can buy a mop?
Buy? You don't want to buy a mop.
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree.
It's a mop, not a Jedi sword.
Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop. The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
So far there was a Star Wars reference.
Little guys, aren't they?
What of the Rings reference.
Pests or garnishes?
A good cook.
I just can't wait to see what else we're going to find in this game.
The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk.
Can I steal it? Nope. It will be too easy.
It's definitely a mop. Looks like a mugshot. Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday.
Who's that guy?
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Oh, come on, tell me about it.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it!
Say it.
No!
Say it!
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical
Okay.
effects. Not to mention the
I do hope you'll be around long enough to share your experience with the credo.
and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes.
Now get lost.
I was sure that convincing this guy to tell the story will be rated to an achievement. Just, I kinda see it coming. He was way younger then.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
It's hopeless.
Let's see if we can find the tree.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's dedicated to dedication.
Shipyard, forest. I mean, let's go here.
What happened to Stan's previously owned vessels? The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival.
Yep, it's actually giving you a direction. You don't have to just remember everything. And when the goal is a bit vague, sometimes you just have to kinda randomly press buttons if you're not sure exactly what you're supposed to do next. And you know, I'm not talking about the actual solution of the puzzles, but
I've got a few coins for incidentals.
Where you need to go, things like that.
It's a dried up old sea sponge.
Can I take SpongeBob?
It's good for relieving stress.
I took SpongeBob. Yay.
There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships.
So let's go to the forest. To the deep dark forest where I'm sure to get lost. Not right away.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. Museum of Pirate Lore.
Okay, doc.
Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks.
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Okay, let's start exploring.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
That's a nice coffin.
The one with the ore. Yeah, the coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
Just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Yeah, sure.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter, written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
I can imagine.
There's some very tiny writing on it.
Very tiny. Okay, let's use the monocle.
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Oh, come on.
Pirate Times. Editor Conrad Lee. Ready to publish your unrecognized genius. Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
Welcome back. Yeah, that sounds familiar. You know, some people are saying that the cats have not forgotten that a couple of thousand years ago they were the people were thinking that they're gods, and they're still demanding from us to be handling them with the proper respect and
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Tell me about that newsletter of yours.
The Pirate Times. We publish pirate news, pirate stories, pirate poetry, all things piratey, really.
I see you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
Yeah, it's kinda creepy.
Attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
I'll have a look around.
Please do.
So I'm pretty sure that at some point I'll have to steal this eye patch in order to disguise myself as someone else so they let me in on the ship. The thing is that right now I don't have the means to actually read the number.
The display case is locked.
So I'll go back in here later.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my first I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
Okay, can we steal something from here? That's another trivia question. Yep.
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required.
Let's take it. Can we give this to...
Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet.
Okay, can we give it to this guy?
It doesn't seem interested.
Nope. Okay.
It makes things look bigger.
Let's go back. Can we try the dark deep forest? Why not?
Purple flowers. These must be lavender, or monkshood, or cyclamen. A classic specimen of Alata needleus, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for its tasteful coloration, slight wiggle, and loads of tiny, sharp teeth.
I have no idea where to go, so...
Ooh, purple flowers. These must be Teasel. Or yeah, I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Yep, I'll need a map. So, where I haven't been. Let's go to the governor's house.
Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
When was the last time you had a bath?
Ha! That was marginally clever.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
Oh, I remember the duels from the other games. They were hilarious.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is. But there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Not to my knowing.
Lane can handle it. She doesn't need me.
I don't doubt that. But it isn't about what she does or doesn't need. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a
They were.
back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
I do enjoy the way how some of the topics in the game are actually pretty modern and showing a good reflection of things that are actually happening in these days in the real world. And yet, it stays a pirate fantasy story.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Okay, can I look around?
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
Am I going to break it if I poke the bottle? Nope. Okay.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done.
You don't say.
Edgy. The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
Is that a dog?
I like your stuff. I guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
Okay.
It's soft and extra fuzzy. It's a lot of work being governor.
Can I go here?
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
I don't want to go to your bedroom, lady.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Okay, I guess. Jail. We haven't been in jail. Not yet.
A visitor! Wait. Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan. Otis, old pal.
I remember that guy.
Since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice.
Yep, it's a new art style. I'm still trying to convince myself that I like it.
Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic. You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Maybe.
I'm planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway. For old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors.
Let's hope so.
I assume you'll be here when I get back?
Don't tease me, Guybrush.
That was dark. What's that?
I don't remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
Yep. It grows on you.
The spider.
Maybe until I finish the game, I'll learn how to enjoy it.
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping. I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
Let's try the Monaco.
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
You're actually keeping
This is the
notes.
number for the jail cell lock.
Chat, I can't believe that. You're actually keeping notes in this game.
This is the number for the jail cell lock.
I mean,
They say the only real prison
just in order not to have to remember anything, because I'm playing mostly puzzle and mystery games. I always have a notebook with me, a physical notebook, so I'll be able to take notes.
Word of advice, kid.
But here actually the game take notes for you. That's a great improvement.
Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away.
Can I use something on this?
Like a bad breakfast. Small, greasy, and hard to swallow.
Nope. Nope. Absolutely no logic in doing that. Anyway.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Yes. And frankly, that was the only reason in the, let's say, last couple of years to use a physical pen and paper. Everything else I'm doing on my computer or my phone or whatever, with some kind of device.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters. It's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's
So
in my
wise.
heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
And what you have done exactly? Do you have such a question? Yep.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. It's natural as the rocks and the trees and the Melee Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Yes, they do.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Can I help that guy somehow?
Anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Okay, I can do that. No, I can't.
I've been to the shipyard. Your office is all boarded up, with your toothbrush sealed inside, presumably.
Well, don't worry yourself about it then, son. I found a dead centipede in the corner that should do until they let me out.
See you later.
Yep.
Okay, so... Can we make a key
I don't
for...
remember this place being so leaky.
They finally installed running water.
Can I find a key for this? Yes, I can go to the keymaster. And...
Welcome back.
Hi.
try to get one.
Hello again. Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the it's pretty straight.
Okay.
Let's go browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
Let's try to give her the number of the key.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh, wow. What a coincidence.
What coincidence indeed. Okay, let's help that guy.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
Can you go inside the cell?
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case.
That's maybe a good idea. So, I managed to free this guy.
Hi there.
Hi there.
What's that?
What is that? It's definitely not a key. Or a lock.
It's a fishing lure, of course.
Of course. It's obvious. Can I feed that parrot?
It doesn't seem interested.
Okay, look. So, there was a guy selling maps around here somewhere.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Yep. Maps. Oh, here was the maps guy. Can I take another one?
Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
I'm pretty sure monocles don't work that way. Can I combine them?
One monocle is good, two is better.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's progress. Now let's see if this guy actually has a map of the Dark Forest.
Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys?
Yes, he did.
Since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Well, how I can...
Bye.
I did. She gave me the hint book, but I suppose I can visit her again.
A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
Just out of curiosity. No, we cannot use it on that safe.
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
Can I buy it?
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive, even very old.
Oh, like the governor, for instance. Cool.
This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John.
Yeah, that's what we're going to use the double monocle for.
I believe I could restore its abilities.
So I have to take it, then I have to come back to this lady. She will do her voodoo stuff and we're game. Let's go to the museum again. A bit of running. Okay, doc. Let's see. Yep, let's see.
Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down.
Thank you very much, game, for making a note for me. And go back to the key guy. I think he's the guy. Hello, cat.
Hi there.
Hiya.
Okay, let's see.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps.
Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you. Okay, go back to the museum and let's see if we can actually steal the eye patch.
It doesn't fit.
What? Is something wrong?
Well, I was just wiping a smudge off the glass.
Oh, all right. But be careful. Guard parrots are attack trained.
I kinda want to see how the parrot is going to attack me. It will be hilarious.
Whoa! That's not supposed to be unlocked. I'd better fold this and put it in storage. Then I can figure out what's wrong with the lock. Looking good. I like things neat. That's folded perfectly.
You know what?
That'll do, Parrot. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the museum while I figure out my
Oh,
display case.
come on. It was going to be too easy, right? Can we somehow go back? Go behind?
Welcome back. I checked the display case and it seems fine, so we're open for business again.
Anything we can interact with here? Nope. So, can I combine something with the parrot foot? Nope. 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 Nope.
Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet.
Come on, birdie. Take the biscuits.
It doesn't seem interested.
Come on.
It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. It's soft and extra fuzzy. The voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog. Pirate Times, editor Conrad Lee, ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
Okay, let's go back to the governor. Maybe the frog will help me with her. Who do I think would be interested in parrot food? Well, that's a good question indeed.
This is for you.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
Oh no. Can I write something personal on the frog?
Dear Carla. Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
You're dedicated to dedication. Okay, that was on the flyer.
I value that you are dedicated to dedication.
I don't quite remember.
As shown by your actions at Santa,
Let's do this one.
please accept my humblest apology. I've implemented a reminder system for myself.
Let's do it.
This is for you.
Carla. I'm impressed, Guybrush. Surprisingly thoughtful, considering it's you.
Yay!
I'm strangely moved to forgive you for losing my book, and I'll treasure this frog as a memento of the time you did something right.
Victory! So now she will give us a book. Which one? Well, so far I don't have any hints which book I need. So let's go back to the bar and try obtaining a part of the actual mob. Clean looking pirate. Let's see.
You, my waiter. I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Is that going to work? Most probably not.
Look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
I'll see what I can find out.
So let's think. If I go back to the governor, maybe I'll be able to find the recipe. Well, there's a parrot in the Walkmaster's shop, but it wasn't interested as well. And I don't quite remember seeing parrots anywhere else. Can I ask her about the recipe? Maybe without fighting?
Well, I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
I do host plenty of functions, but I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Any book related to food?
I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it.
Nope.
Warning, do not try these tricks at home. Does not include Secret of Monkey Island. Oh.
Such a surprise.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
Can I borrow it?
Can I borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this.
He definitely won't return it. I'm not sure how the story will unfold, but he won't return it.
It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
Let's go back to the cook.
I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush.
You're welcome, my friend. Now, can I take a look at your mop?
This will be excellent.
Well, it's definitely a mop.
Keep your hands off my mop.
Fancy.
No.
He'll never
The food is more
complain
exciting
again.
when you can smell the
Brilliant
risk.
innovation.
Remind me never to eat here again. It's Carla's copy of Ingredients by Barbie LaFlay. Pleasantly scorching hot. Ugh, I remember
Seems
that
like a
stench as
lot,
if it
but
were
okay.
yesterday.
Ingredients indeed.
Can I steal the picture? I can, but what I can use it for?
It's torn and ugly, but strangely compelling.
Oh, networking. I was a network engineer years ago. Right now I'm working with clouds.
Coming along nicely.
With more details, I'm managing the cloud support in one of the biggest software companies. So I'm responsible for the support in Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Asia.
Oops. Oh, well, probably fine. So much to do.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
3 teaspoons in a tablespoon. So much to do.
It's the cook's old mop.
Can I use anything with a mop when I have it?
He'll never complain again.
Oh no.
Do I really have to salt it so often? Hey, you can't take that. Make your own.
Can I just take like a Kindle from it?
Busy?
Yep.
Can I ask you again about the mop I need to make?
Sure.
Never mind.
Nope, we're going nowhere with that. I'll use the hint system again. Yeah, I figured that out, but how? I can leave the kitchen with that, so can I use it on... something in here? Nope.
Well, now that doesn't even seem possible. Oops. Oh.
But it's not in the kitchen.
Ooh, the name seems to fit even better than it used to.
Okay, I'll try to use the hint.
What's cooking?
The feast of knowledge.
This looks very sharp. Can I take the knife?
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp indeed.
Okay, can I take it?
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening,
Thank you for the hint, my friend. I remember that there was a knife in here, so...
are likewise considered outside the scope of
telling me that it's a commonly used kitchen item was more than enough.
is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Uh-huh.
Use with threads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should be
And I appreciate that,
The product is sharp and cannot be
as
carried in a pocket, coat, belt,
if I wanted to have anything just handed to me, I won't be playing games like that.
children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility.
Oh come on, this is too much of agreement for a knife.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
Now, interestingly enough, in most puzzle games, no matter the age, the topics of the story, of everything, usually your character doesn't have any money. Actually, usually part of the quest is to find the money to finance something, to buy something, to bribe someone, and so on. So I'm surprising to see that our guy actually have money. I mean, that's an innovation.
This will be excellent.
Yes, I agree with you, and actually, that's the whole idea of the channel, and
96 teaspoons in a pint?
saying out loud that backseating and playing with the viewers is something
I carved it off the cook's mop handle. Good.
I enjoy. As sometimes even the smartest people, I'm not one of them, can get stuck. Sometimes you just need a different point of view or a different way of thinking to solve a puzzle. And also that's part of the fun. I mean, if we're just going to meet you play the game and you to be watching moving pictures, that's taking a lot of the fun out of it.
Here it is.
Thanks, Wally.
Actually, I forgot to ask, are you streaming yourself? Okay, now I have a map. Not this button. Okay, now let's open the map. Then I have to go right. And then I have to go, let's say north. Then I have to go right again.
I guess I lost my way.
And I guess I lost my way. Cool stuff. So either the map is wrong or I'm reading it wrong. Oh, I have to go to the carnivore plant. Then carnivore plant again. Okay. That's fine. I mean, usually I'm kind of shy person and I'm not talkative, not really. So actually, streaming and speaking in front of people, in front of totally unknown people from possibly all over the world, is a kind of therapy for me. Let's say that therapy is a good word. Okay, and now I have to go buy the mushrooms. Now the pink flower, purple flower. Yay! Oh, so cute. It looks like a scene from a Disney movie. Can I pet the animals?
It's like there's a welcoming committee. Mind your mama, little prickly kids. Hey, little fella. Wow! The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Melee Island mop handle.
You think so?
The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Melee Island mop handle tree.
Mm-hmm. Several hours later. Did I kill the tree? Oh, Guybrush. That's it. Oh, and the crying squirrel. This will break my heart.
Hey, little dear. Another resource has given its all in support of my personal goals. It's what nature is for.
Yeah, you pirate Machiavelli.
I must have startled them while I was whittling. Some animals are quite skittish. It's probably time for them to fly south.
Probably.
I'll take a shortcut back.
Many hours later. Cool stuff.
I carved it myself.
I have my mop handle. How about?
I made him up.
Yay! I met him up.
It's a single perfect instrument that I will keep and use for a lifetime.
Cool stuff. Yep, but you know, communication with customers is kind of different, as it have set rules. There are things that you expect a customer to say. There are things that you expect a customer not to say, and also there are things that you should say and should not say. While speaking with, you know, completely unknown random people in the street or in a bar or in Twitch, it's different. There are no rules. I mean, there is some kind of common sense and common human way of existing in society. But putting that aside, there's freedom, and freedom sometimes is scary. It's the same way I'm using streaming as a therapy myself. Well, I hope that I'm funny and entertaining, but I'm using it as therapy. When I was younger, I was going to sing a karaoke. It was the same. It's you being brave and just doing your thing in front of a lot of unknown people. And yes, sometimes they're booing you, sometimes they're applauding. That's not the important part. The important part is to take the leap of faith and just do what you're afraid to do. I have an help. Can I do something with this in the museum?
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I jumped.
Why have this spoiler alert thingy?
Join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
I really want to swap that guy with a mop. Can I do it? No, but it was worth a try. That will be too cruel. It's not that type of game. Yes, I can unlock it, but this future KFC here will start crawling again. Okay, we had our mob, and that's some kind of progress. It's 2:30 past midnight here in Bulgaria, so I'm about to end today's stream. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be here again tomorrow evening. And if you really enjoyed what you've seen, well, you can always like, follow, and such things. Thank you for your time. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. If I save the game first.